Lover, she's not back from dinner yet, though. Hi, Iggy. I do like TV. You're gonna hang out with me in Discord while I'm building it? Nice. I don't know what time she's gonna be back, though. Sweet. Oh. So I have the wrong cooler. Well, I can still I'm sort of. I have a cooler I can use. I have a cooler I use for testing. I have an H70 that I use for testing, but I bought her an H110, which is a double radiator. It doesn't fit in the case. Nope. What do they say, Iggy? She wanted the orange one. I have never seen the movie Draws. I tried watching the movie Jaws. I watched like 15 minutes of it, and I'm like, I can't get into this. I don't know who Roy Scheider is. Oh. And then, nope. No idea what that is. But yeah, I started opening everything up and making like doing a gut check to see how this build was gonna go, and that's the only problem is that the cooler, the radiator I bought doesn't fit in the case. Um, you did. Did it help? Do you think they'll fix it? Got it. So I can go to Micro Center and fix this and spend $105 plus tax. The one for the AM4 cooler, the one that will work with the AM4 has a premium. And it says that there's one in stock, which means it may not even be there. Oh yeah, Well, because I can build the rest of the computer and get it turned on. Like, I have a cooler I can use. I just can't put the cooler that I have in the case. So this is Death World. You should at least pause your game. Midori thinks she's dying. She has an ear infection. She's starting her third round of antibiotics. This is attempt number 3 to clear it up. Yep. The primary care office told her to go to urgent care. Like, just go get the blueprint. I have a roommate that wants me to build him a PC to stream from the Switch, and he wants me to do it for 1,200. I don't know if you can build a streaming capable PC. Well, what do you cut? That's the question. No, I understand. I understand. It just seems like if you're gonna spend like 1,200, like to come in at around that budget, like you could do so much better of a computer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying. So the Ryzen 5 2600X is $185. Do I try to save money on the processor? The graphics card I picked is 300. I can cut that down to a $200 card. Don't need. I don't need it to be super beefy, but I mean it's just I have a problem getting like I have a problem being on a budget because it's like for just a little bit more you can do so much better in a lot of cases. I mean that's common. I mean usually 2 labs is what people do. 3 is not that. I mean, it's a motherboard, a processor, a graphics card. I don't know what to cut. I don't know how to get this PC under 1,200. Oh God, you're a monster. It it does sort of seem like you should be allowed to have construction robots way earlier in the game. Nothing. Ooh, Best Buy might have the cooler. They want $5 extra. So I have to drive Midori to work in Burlington, and there's a Best Buy in Burlington, and Micro Center would be another 35 minutes down and down. Yeah, I'd save more than 5 minutes or $5 in travel, and I agree. That's what I'm saying. No, Best Buy won't does not have it in stock at the store. That's an idea. What happens if you throw grenades at a stone furnace? Just goes away. Oh yeah. This is interesting. Prime will guarantee that I get it Sunday. Why? Yeah, friggin' do that. Because like I'm not gonna ship it till Monday no matter what. That's super. I freaking okay. Thanks, Amazon. I'm asking that question to Lovers when she shows up. What if you were gonna date a copper plate? What do you talk about? Did I order the cooler from Amazon or Newegg? No. The cooler that I have because I want my $130 back. Yeah, I'm not gonna open it. Newegg does, Amazon does. If it's opened. Ooh, I ordered it from Amazon. $140. No, the double radiator one was 140. The single radiator one is 95.
Conversation, so we're just gonna get this the full experience. The full experience of it all being way too loud. Because it's Friday. It's Fridays, hosted by Andy Kaufman.
Do I want to take Amazon store credit or make them give me money?
I mean, why wouldn't you take cash?
That's a good point.
Like, wasn't it other than a card or something, and they just get the money back? Get the money. The real question is with this stupid thing, what do we do?
I think $9 to return it.
They're gonna make you pay shipping, aren't they?
I mean, I can bring it to an Amazon locker. At that point, they're picking it up.
That don't they charge you at Amazon locker to pick it up? Or am I wrong?
No, you're right. They charge $9.
That's sad. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Hot. Let's get this iron. Let's go. Let's go.
There is a UPS store next to a Starbucks. We're gonna do that one.
He's so patient. I just love everything about it.
So remind me again, we're returning it because it doesn't fit.
We're returning the 120 millimeter, or sorry, the 240 millimeter radiator cooler because it doesn't fit. We're purchasing a 120 millimeter radiator cooler instead.
Gotcha. So you're kind of stuck returning it regardless. There's not a way to offload this.
No, Ronnie can't afford it for his PC.
One day we'll have power. One day.
Good job in the back door. LaBelle. Liberty just using high basketball IQ to stay in this ballgame. Mississippi State trying to run away from them using their strength and their skill.
I wish there was a way to only place on top of Ghost. That'd be really neato, but apparently it's not allowed.
The Alliance of American Football on TNT. Stream it VR live all season. Winningest player, history.
I mean, at least I don't have to do any work. I don't have to like rebox it or anything. I can just hand it to UPS and they'll bring it back to Amazon.
Trophy eventually went to Wahid
I need more. We're gonna piss off the natives and lose again real quick. You watch. How much defense do we have? None. That's the running a nunnery. No defenses. None. What's a ghost? What is it? Who knows? Suitless Meridia. Let's go. The impossible jump. Let's go. Okay, we have a line of iron now. So now we need to like do something about all of this. Do we have a radar? A radar running, because then I can see where the enemies are. Not enough copper coming on this line, that's okay. I have a lot of copper plate. I'm done with these running. That is the end of the burner phase. A couple of these. I need a bunch of factories, and I'm going to need a whole lot of builds.
Maybe to create some breathing room if they can make stops on the other end.
There's not enough copper coming in. Yeah, we're going to have to add more. More whatchamazes. We're going to go build. Where are we building?
Told you about Weatherspoon. Third all-time leading scorer in school history. Got over 2 career points in this game. He won tonight. Will his Bulldogs. The Sunday in the round of 32. Winner of this game advances to take on in St. Louis. Here's a 3 from the.
We could just ignore our normal rules until we actually have real items. What goes into this game plate?
The lightning dance for that young man. 3-point game. There's somebody out there from Mississippi State, man. If you give them a running start with their athleticism, they can do some damage. But Liberty's done a terrific job of pulling them down. But on this end, play defense. Mississippi State, Liberty. Who wants it more?
Put it in a box. What else do we build? What else do we build? We need to get the inserter somehow. Oh god, we have to make green circuit happen. What else can we do prior to green circuit?
Is this an expensive map or is this just a regular?
No, we're trying to beat it in under 8 hours.
Okay. Did you put the clock on yourself? Or is that clock there in the new version?
You always had it.
Okay.
You just need to, there is a light breeze. There is a, if you go to the achievements, you can mark achievements to be in your game.
That's what I was asking. So you put the achievement.
Yeah.
You put the achievement clock in your game.
Yep.
No, I knew the achievement was always there.
Yep, that's all you gotta do. Okay, so I guess we gotta bring this down. Okay. So what are we doing here? We need to make iron plate copper cable. I don't know what's about to happen. This is iron plate copper cable, so we need copper cable. Do I want 2 copper cable to go into 1? I guess before we all die, we should probably... Okay. I need to have somehow 3 cable factories feed into 2 green chip factories. I suppose we just saved, so we could just do it. So this is a green chip factory. And we want to have a second green chip factory. Something like this? Yes? 1-to-1, 1-to-1, steals from both. Okay, let's do it. We would like fast inserters, but those aren't happening yet. It's the fact that I have enough inserters to do this in Hulu. So he's gonna need what? Copper plate. Throw it on the ground. Bang.
Mississippi State lead. Liberty in down here. They've got 7 seconds to go right inside, and Holmes unable to draw count. Leonard Spoon incredulous. That's his third.
He's gonna need iron plate.
That's an interesting setup.
Why is that?
So that solves the fact that the green chip wants like 1.5 extra.
Yep.
Huh.
I think so. We're about to find out. We're about to find out.
In the dance for the 4th time ever, first time since 2013.
Probably not going to have enough power to run a lot of this, but we'll see what happens. There it is, there's electricity.
The school record with 28 wins in their first year of competition in the ASUN Conference. 14-2 in conference play.
These are reversed. Alright. We're going to box these.
I'm gonna go look at Midori Sim's house. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Their ninth. To land to your point, good job by Scotty James on the pick and roll. He came the corner, gave his defensive time to be able to
go add to this situation.
To give that turnover to Peters, that's his 4th. We approach the midway point, second half here in Rosario. Comfy, Holmesley, but he's made some big plays here in the second half. Poor communication by Mississippi State. On the screen, they've got to talk switch or let me through. And then no pressure on the pass that allows that to be made. 16 for Holmesley, that's a team high. Trying to pick up the slack for Scotty James, who hasn't scored much. The leading scorer just after the present. Woodard. That clock is. And it's Liberty defense. bounce to Holman. The basketball back to the Flames. Just a good job by the club. Staying down. Everybody's intent to ban that possession on the defensive end by the Flames. Although Scotty James is lucky because that time he allowed that space on the split, but it was a difficult split. So the two facing in front of their benches. Stretch continues. Richie McKay, Ben Howland. Here's Holmes, corner three, well short. We are under 10 minutes left. Here comes corner, and it will be H.
We'll have plenty of electricity again. No idea what's happening with enemies. Hopefully we don't just die. Copper plate iron good. Let's go.
He's taking a couple of these. Caleb Holmes doing a nice job in it. React, get over quickly, get set and take those charges. Under his first. 3 turnovers for the Bulldogs in the last 2 minutes. We are tied at 53. Nice job to save up. Check out our team 3-1. We know.
One iron gear supports 10 of these. 1 to 10. Okay. So we're gonna have one factory. We don't do honestly. Screw around even more.
Great job. It's a rebound. Get out to Lamar Peters, and he knocked it down. Thank you. Good job. Rocket Buddy. Go back and wait. Rocket Buddy. Good luck, Chuck. Come on up. It's a pep. He's got a name. Larry Bird. Don't keep my bracket unbusted. Hey, Larry Lester. Hey, who's that? Somebody. Please. Zip it, Larry Bird. Bless you, Larry Bird. And with that, why don't you give us some insight from these as a player?
I'm a happily married man now, kid. I hardly think those stories would be appropriate.
From your days as a basketball player, Phil.
No.
I came back with a snacky cake.
Yay!
Just okay. Whether it's announced or why it's not.
I gotta grab my labs and put them somewhere not here. We have electricity. We gotta.
They can't.
I sent you a link to Ronnie's wish list of parts for you to look at so that you can tell me where I should be cutting a corner.
Okay. I'll take a look momentarily. Oops. Ends up not making belts go sideways. What the hell is our thing we do for this now? We put them all next to each other, and we all give them their own inserters. So I don't know why I'm spacing them.
I switched to Chevy.
We switched to Chevy.
Switched from a Ram to a Chevy.
You like people are switching.
One more labs.
Do you know who Zebra Corner is on YouTube?
Nope.
It's a local Bostonian who hates Chevy. It's I find it amazingly amusing. Midori hates it. She hates the Boston classic accent.
Oh. Well, first of all, why are you water cooling? That's question number one. Do you need to water cool for this?
I mean, I guess I could save like $30 getting a crappy Noctua air cooler.
Oh, you need an Elgato for this.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, throwing this all in the same bin. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where
Not a
you're
lot of
going
places to cut here.
No, in fact, I mean, like the hard drive is even like tricky for performance reasons. Because don't you need somewhere to deal with the incoming video in a quick way, or does it all sit in RAM?
Uh, so in my computer, it all sits in RAM.
Oh, okay.
On Midori's, I'm curious to know what it's doing with it.
Oh, here's the solid state. It's probably rolled
Yes,
out.
the NVMe drive.
I have no idea what you're going to. Is this on a laptop? No, it's in a case. So why are you getting the 970?
I mean, I could get a regular solid state for this. That would be reasonable.
These, as far as I know, these are not as reliable as the other ones.
Which ones aren't?
The Evo Plus, like the ones of the M.2, they're, I mean, the statistics that I have in terms of reliability are the traditional. I have one over there I could grab, the 850, which looks more like a platter, not a platter, but I mean it looks more like a very large flash drive as opposed to this where you just see the chip.
Is it in a traditional 2.5-inch case? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, the M2 ones don't those also go on laptops too?
No. I don't think the PCI Express drives are readily available for laptops.
So that's the one that I've been using in terms of its reliability is more known than some of the other ones. The M.2 thing is.
I mean, if I got the drive in a 2.5-inch case, it would be cheaper, but it would still be a 970. Like, why would I go back a generation?
More reliable, but I don't know.
You think the whole 900 series is just less reliable?
Let's see. I don't know if there's any new reports on it. There used to be a company that would publish, was it one of the server companies would publish some data, and when they published the data, yeah, these M.2s, yeah, I guess they're faster.
Yeah, I mean the whole point is that they're lightning fast. They're PCI Express drives. They're amazing.
But I think somewhere in here, I found that basically the last I read that it's at, the clearest way I could say this is that the reliability that is known with SSDs does not necessarily translate to the M.2s. So yes, the older generation before they basically tried to make them not only faster but fit on smaller things. There's been times where these things just screwed up.
Well, M.2 drive, the current 2280 M.2 drives actually have more PCB space than the 2.5-inch drives took, because most of that 2.5-inch drive was empty. It was only the first inch with a couple of chips of space that actually had anything in it. If you've ever cracked one open,
I'd be interested to see what if there is any actual testing done on the reliability to compare. Because I mean, this is I'm giving you information that I know is already dated by a few years.
Okay, because when the first generation of M.2 came out, like, it was basically unusable. I dealt with that.
Great service from licensed agents.
And just for what I work with, I would just buy the A50s. But I mean, for streaming, I mean, you're going to get a benefit out of what you're doing. I mean, this isn't going to change the price really, so I wouldn't even. I was just surprised because I didn't really ever think or bother with putting those in a desktop. But
I've built a few.
So do they just mount in the PCI slot? Is that the idea?
So there's a lot of DDR4 generation motherboards will have an M.2 slot near a PCI Express, and if you populate the PCI Express with like an expansion card, you can't use the that particular M.2 spot, and vice versa.
So how many slots can you put drives in?
Depends on. I mean, it depends on the motherboard. So like, I'll just pull out.
Is 4 like what are we talking? 2, 4, 6? Because there's like usually like 6 slots.
Yeah, so,
but only one's going to be 3.0, and if this is 3.0, you need the 3.0 slot, don't you? Or a 3.0 slot.
Well, they're all PCI Express 3.0 slots. So this has 2 1x slots, 3 16x slots, and 2 M.2 slots on it, and one of the M.2 slots is shared with a PCI Express 1x. So if I were to put 2 M.2 drives on this motherboard, I would not be able to put an expansion card in. But you could populate both slots with drives.
So you get one.
Takesies backsies, this actually only has one M.2 on it, and it's in the place of what would be an expansion. So I could go ham and fill all 6 PCI Express ports with cards and M.2 drive. When I actually start streaming, I'll hold the motherboard up and
I'm looking at the picture of the one. I mean, I get the idea. It's I have to look at the numbers and see. That's kind of neat. I don't know what the hell you do with it, but it's neat.
I mean, I got a 1 tera when I did my build. They were still expensive when the 900s came out, so like I would never do it again because like my drive has dropped in price by almost half. I bought a terabyte when it was new, and holy fuck, is it fucking fast! And I haven't noticed any reliability problems, but I've only been running this computer for about a year and a half, so I mean it's not much. I also put an M.2 cooler on it.
I hope you like
Overclock
labs.
the drives if you are so inclined.
I really hope you like labs, because they're having lab is in the way. That's how many labs we have. That's the code word. Lab is in the way.
All the labs. Labs are great.
We need to produce more red medicine because we got to play Star Tropics right now. Where are the factories? There. We're gonna have to move these down because these are now officially in the way. Oh, that happened. Now what do you want me to research? Sure, steel research sounds good. I should really just
We really didn't save any money by having to look at that list. We're kind of there.
I don't. I mean, we're like nickel and diming to the point that I don't think. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find much. You're not gonna find a circus of value here. Okay. Welcome to the circus of value. I mean, you could cut the drive. You could.
It's hard to find extra money, right? Because like anything I cut is going to be like, yeah, I can save you $30, but it's not worth the $30 save.
Well, I mean, like, do you need that? I mean, I'm assuming, you know, the amount of hard drive space and like, I mean, these things are all things they wanted. So there's.
I mean, I can talk to Ronnie more about what he wants to do, and maybe he I mean, ultimately it's his computer. But you're right, like maybe we can get a cheaper drive with less space and he'll be okay with it. Maybe.
Well, I mean, you already have the SSD in there. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's a whole lot to be like if you really stretched everything, you're quibbling over like max $200, and it's basically going to be able to stream. And I'm assuming you want to do other things with it. So if you're going to take video, you want to store it somewhere, and 250 gigs isn't going to go very far for that.
No,
Look at how fast that's processing. It's going. How fast it's going.
Are you just manually dropping gear? Oh no, you have gears on half the belt.
I sure do.
Be centrally set. You're
Sure do. We might need more. We might need more red.
moving parallel to the ball handle.
We might need more
Isn't
red.
it better to do inserters across labs rather than belt?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because
Why
what
does the game
happens
think
is,
so?
I don't know. I think it helps you if you want to be able to like loop the potions around and then do it in a way where it, because you have to figure out a way to get 6 available to the corner ones, right? So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now it kind of doesn't really matter what you do. But what I noticed is what would happen is the first lab, the inserter would rip the potion, like the one that it's actually currently working on, it would take that out, stopping the research speed to shuffle them all to the back. So I said that annoyed me. So I said, nope, I'm going to find a way to just have them all direct insert so I don't have to worry about feeding them. Now this is a problem when I get to like 6. I actually have to build it quote unquote correctly. But the idea for this is to throw beacons down the side to make them go really fast. When we get there, which we're not there yet. Electronics, go. Walls, go. These, go. All of these things, go. Oh, you can only do 6 things. So only 6 things, go. How are we doing on resources at the moment? Okay, I don't need to mess with that right now. Have we found any enemies yet? No, because we made the starting area a little bit larger. But we do need to actually find like more resources because these are going to run out. No, I mean yours I think is a very common strat that people use though. So now we have a radar here. How are we doing electricity? We're doing. We're doing.
They actually lost their first 13 games that they played against division.
Okay, so now we have this. Next up, green is going to require the inserter. We know this. Inserter, iron gear, circuit. Iron gear, and a circuit.
Up in the stat sheet, the impact of Baxter Bell. But his hustle, and he's picked his spots to make things happen. Tony Padilla, we're told, is confirming how many timeouts each team has. It is one apiece. Only one timeout left for each team. There's still a lot left.
So we're going to be making gear here. So in order to make a lot of inserters, it's half a second and 1 per. So these are all going to be direct insert. It's just going to be straight up direct insert.
How huge was that by the Bell to be able to show them that go in and get back and put a body on the bigs for the Bulldogs? Give a lot of length for this team.
So these are going to be direct insert, and now we need circuit. It's one of each. So let's just do this. Do we need to do this way? I don't like this. I don't like what we're doing here. This is bad. It's making me mad about Bitcoin.
Is there even any room to be mad about Bitcoins anymore?
Yes, there is.
Like, it's okay. I need to know why we're still mad about Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure everyone just like it's no longer mass market. It's just crashed and burned, right?
No, it's surviving. It's surviving exactly on the things it was designed to survive in the black market, darknet. They changed the way the walls look. What are we building here? We're building inserters. In order to build an inserter, what else do we need? We need iron plate and chip. We need the chip. We need a chip. Oh baby, let's do this. Let's go.
And be the aggressor and not settle for jumpers. Here's Campbell.
Bum, bum, bum. There's so much research just happening. Oh look, here, have inserters.
Another one from deep.
Liberty's now winning. We have inserters, we have belts. We have a really, really cramped base, but we're moving. How do I want to run this? I kind of just want to run it over. Let's just run it over. And get this thing. Oh my god. Oh my god, game. Belt. No! Let's go.
Experience the Infinity QX50. The local Infinity retailer.
Steel Axe, almost done.
Wake up to great tasting flavor. Peter breakfast biscuit. Flavors like delicious blueberry or decadent chocolate, gently baked in a tasty biscuit. Peter breakfast biscuit. It's time to taste the day.
This one also could just be on a combined belt. These are mine now. I'm so excited. Indian Premier League cricket starts tomorrow. It's the best cricket you're not watching.
Let's do it again.
My mouse keeps freaking out doing this. I need to check in on what's going on. Is Midori streaming?
No, she's not streaming.
Oh. I heard things were happening in The Sims that I needed to check this out.
You're streaming. Iggy asked. Because he asked.
Because I asked, that's exactly right.
Because he wanted to know.
You don't have to be. You could. You don't have to be. Oh, this is a problem game. This is this is dumb done here. It's going to back up and it's going to be a sad time. Actually, we just solved the problem. Actually, just solved the problem. There you go. 3, 6, 9, 12. I'm stupid. You can fix
Like you need
this.
more gears, not more red blue factory.
I was building more. But yes, there's 12 of them. So there's this is 1 hour into the game. We have 7 more hours to win. We're polluting the entire map so far. Not a stone unturned here.
I don't know if that was a but now Richard Perry they shoot 72%. Reggie Perry, Georgia, who's a high school McDonald's All-American
Little bit hamstrung here. Kind of need the green pot.
He's built like a basketball.
Kind of need green pot.
You talk about 72%, but he's never shot 72%.
I also don't have any fast inserter. That's a fun problem. Is Logistics 2 involved? No. Who the hell has fast inserters? No. We will need it. But automaton too.
first ever win in March Madness.
I think all of them are running now. Because these have a 5-second build time, and these have a so half a second to 5 seconds to make them, but it looks like the last couple aren't running. 3, 6, 9, 12. I don't know. At any rate.
Liberty is called for their 17th foul. It's on Elijah Cuppy, and he has fouled out.
Fucking.
So Liberty, one more foul. Give your bonus.
So we have plenty of these, but there's no belt happening because this is eating all of it. And we only have one thing making belt. So for making belt, it's again 6 seconds. One belt factory is going to support a lot of these, so we're going to do one more belt factory.
This is a little strategy by Richard McKay. Asking who the foul is on. Ice the free throw shooter. I think that Liberty bench guys were told that that was the 4th on call. Officials have confirmed it. So he has been disqualified. But let that tension amongst these fans.
I don't like the tool belt in 17.
That's a little strategy.
I like it better, but I like it better because I can just have what would tend to happen in the other game is just keep resetting my damn belt. I want this to, like, I want to know I have 5 steam engines so I can just go do it. And this never changes if I run out of steam engines. But it's some slowly getting used to it as well. It's very, very different.
I'll get used to it, but at the moment I don't like it. I'll see if I can get a time out of her.
Don't have to set up the jumpers. You try and go pressure on the defense. Double bonus.
Well, Liberty is about to bust a lot of people's brackets. Finish the rest of this game here. Oh boy, that was a quick shot. Not a very smart shot. How much production of electricity do we have here? 4.8 megawatt. We are using. Oh, what do we have? We have 9. No, we have like 10 megawatt. Oh, look at this. We have green. Green is happening. Okay. So here, we're running a little bit low on the blood flow here.
15.3 seconds left. You gotta find another way to get the ball to Weatherspoon.
Somewhere in my head, and I just heard a mushroom.
They have missed second straight.
Is Kuya playing that Mario game?
Oh, do you? All right. So you might have had him open.
No. Nope. You're completely imagining things, and Liberty is about to just shut this game down. Are there any other games? March Madness is poo. Changed my mind. I don't know. If you don't like gambling and you don't like watching like good basketball, I find like NBA playoffs are another thing. But like after all the scandals the NBA has had with referees, I really don't know what game I'm watching anymore when I watch the NBA. There's some really good players in it, no doubt, but the college game is interesting.
Well, Asper, do you like basketball? Asper is in Iggy's chat. Midori says hi, Asper.
I mean, Asper, we could just play SMZ3 right now. Like, if I watch basketball, we could just play SMZ3. Put an item in the Meridia jump with just high jump boots. Because we can. And morphing ball. You need morphing ball. That was the greatest game of all time. We had 5 super bombs the entire game. Power bombs, whatever, man.
They're Chozo burgers.
The Chozo.
They're an item made by the Chozo, and if you turn them sideways, they look like burgers. Chozo burgers.
What?
Power bombs equals Chozo burgers.
If I order 5 Guys right now, I could pick 5 Guys up before they close and before any of these other games tip off except for Iona, who's currently up on North Carolina, who's also a 16 seed. So that means both 16 seeds that were playing today had a lead in the first half against the number 1 seed. And it's like, this one's still really early. I mean, the halftime score in the Virginia game was 36-60, and Virginia trailed by a good 12 points at one point in the game. I do not understand why the committee keeps making them a number 1 seed, but I mean, this is the real excitement of it, Asper, is that there's a lot of small teams and good coaching, a little bit of luck, and some players that are kind of diamonds in the rough. Win games that they would otherwise never be allowed. Like, it's unlike college football where, like, Alabama has no reason to play some random Division II team that has any hope of ever beating them because there's way too much money and prestige at stake for them to ever do that. But in this, every year, they pick, there's a bunch of teams that, by winning their conference or by winning a certain number of games and having a high enough rating, so generally there's a lot of what are called mid-major conferences from places most people really have never heard of that
Do you
can
see what you
compete at
asked
the
for,
tournament.
Asper? How much of this answer did you want? I want to know.
Like, many people don't know about the Mississippi Valley Conference, but they constantly come to the tournament. There's a bunch of them. Like the Liberty Conference, the Patriot League. Sorry, the Patriot League, not the Liberty Conference. The Patriot League. There's a whole bunch of mid-majors. Their conferences basically only exist for basketball. And I mean, I'm sure they play other sports, but as far as like what's televised, but no one knows what these conferences are unless you watch a lot of this. But they're the ones that come. They're usually the higher numbered seeds, and sometimes they bring real teams, and they go deep in the tournament with teams that. How much of this answer did you want, Asper? Asper's probably not even here anymore. I mean, would you? I wouldn't be here. Why be here? You could be watching the games.
Oh, wow.
My mom is winning the bracket
Let me
poll.
look at how old that message is.
My mom is watching the bracket poll. I mean, I started going off on this like 5 minutes ago. So
Yeah,
the fact
but
that
it
message was 10 minutes
26
ago.
past the hour that he actually sent it, so
I know exactly. It says right in the stream title. I'm not even paying attention. So, love you, Asper. This guy who's the scorekeeper has.
Yeah, he sent a message at 9:26, and it was 9:39 when Iggy started answering him. And I had Iggy full screen, so I didn't see chat either.
Can I if I order it now, I think they're going to close. I think I'm going to have to come up with an alternative plan tonight. Because
You were going to eat Five Guys?
I don't want to, but like, there's no food here, and the grocery store closes soon.
Is there a Moe's Mexican burrito place next to
hell
your
is-
Five Guys?
I am not eating a Moe's. Screw that noise.
I like Moe's over Five Guys because I can eat Moe's and not get sick, or I can eat Five Guys and guaranteed I'm sick.
I never get sick on Five Guys.
I
The one we have here is like good. I don't know. I've been to some shitty Five Guys, though, I will say that.
The one in Chelmsford's really delicious. They make it the way they're supposed to make it. It's just there's still grease burgers.
I was in Chicago, and they wanted like $10 for Five Guys, and I'm like, "Are you shitting me?" So I bought one. It was not that good. I'm like, not only is it really expensive here, but you guys charge me $10 for a burger. I'm not a huge. What is going on? Oh my god. That was the greatest phantom foul I've ever seen. The guy
is a phantom follow.
So at the end of the game that you intentionally foul.
I'm sorry.
You intentionally foul. If you're behind, you have to basically foul to stop the clock and put the other team at the free throw line to try to add possessions to the end of the game, and hopefully in the exchange between you shooting threes and them shooting free throws, you can catch up. So a lot of these, like in the regular parlance of the game, you don't just get a foul because you touch the other player. But at the end of the game, like touching the guy, they'll call the intentional foul, because the intention was to. It's called an intentional foul. You're taking it to, so you don't have to like tackle the guy or do anything crazy. But a phantom foul is when you don't even touch the guy, but the referee called it anyways. But the guy was basically about to be on a fast break to go just dunk the ball and end the game. But they're down 4 points with 4 seconds left. They really can't come back at this point. So it looks like Liberty is going to upset Mississippi State. The one time I trust an SEC team to win a game for me is not happening. Asper's going to watch this back and go, man, what an answer someone does. There's someone that watches every single one of my VODs.
There is?
Yeah, I don't know why. There's always a viewer, and I don't know why. It's not me. So
it's a bot.
I mean, why would a bot be wasting their own bandwidth? I don't know. Why would you rip these videos? What would be the point? Let me dream, Ridley. Let me dream that there's this one person out in the world somewhere who comes home every night and says, you know, I gotta see if this guy I've been watching for years, one day he's gonna call me out as his VOD watcher, and I'm gonna feel vindicted that one day, or vindicated. So now he's been vindicated. My VOD watcher watches all my VODs. We need more iron. This is sad. Yeah, Liberty's never won a game. They've been to the tournament like 3 or 4 times. What a shocker. We need to go to number 1 seed losing. Okay. This is the nightcap games. Last games of the night. I could still order a pizza. This could happen. I thought you were building a computer.
Well, Loverish did not show up, and Midori is getting tired, and I have to drive her to work in the morning, and I'm getting tired.
Oh dear. That's a bummer.
She's also like not sure how late it is when she's gonna get home. It's already 10.
Like, why is this number of stone furnaces sufficient? 8? It's 24, so we upgrade them, it's gonna go faster. But we don't have steel. So all of the remaining iron that's happening should probably be dedicated to steel. Okay. Are there any other things that are not queued that are for... What is happening to my labs? We have plenty of power. Are there just not enough labs brewing on this? Or not enough labs? Okay. Okay, cool, we need more labs. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Let's go. 3. This is not the game I thought it was. The last game of the night started. Yeah, there's a lot of iron happening here, so this is what we need to do. We're going to take this line and cut it to do this. Because what I would rather do is make steel from something I'd rather make steel and just add as many things as I need to this line. And just get the steel furnaces over here ASAP. We need a bunch of stone furnaces, which means that this operation over here that I was supposed to upgrade 1,000 years ago. Just put down 2 boxes, I guess. Just put down another box. I'm gonna need the stone though. Alright, that's 378 stone. That's kind of a lot of stone. Have we found anything? No. No, we've not found anything. Do I have another radar? No. Let's go. Well, sounds like you have a busy day and whatnot. We're out of stuff to research already. But what do we need next? Steel furnace. Hello. Yes, yes, yes. Go. We need to know where the next fuel thing is, or the next resource is, so we're going to throw down some stuff in this direction as well. Put a couple of radars on this. In the periphery. Normally would not put that many there, but we got plenty of stuff. Oh look, did we find something? We found 1.5 million stone.
Oh, that sounds sad.
Yeah, I guess there's a region of space you just get for free automatically when you plop down a radar. Because when I put that down, or it might have been just for me walking actually. That was probably me walking that did it.
Alright, I want to pop out of Discord. Loverish is saying she doesn't know how late's gonna be. I'm falling asleep.
Well, hopefully that all sucks.
This build a PC stream does not happen.
Boo.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Well, I have so much to do tomorrow, but maybe we'll get together for something. I don't know.
We'll see.
See ya. I'm curious what people do for early steel smelting. I don't understand what people do in this game. Like, this is a picture. Like, this is a picture. Like, are you just abusing? Like, they're abusing how underground belts work, which to be is sort of a cheat, so I don't use it. Because not only does it let you get everything in there that you need to get into, there's currently an issue that hasn't really been fixed. It might have been fixed in this patch because they fixed it for fluids. But basically, because it goes to the underground belt, it allows it to compress. You can compress the belt more than you could normally. Is it possible, though? I don't think we actually have to do that. I think we can just line them all up. We can do the same thing we've been doing, but just make it 2, and then just put a red and a yellow. One to grab off a belt, and 1 to grab from the machine, and then have them come inward. So I think we can. Let's do it here, though. So this isn't quite going to work, and you'll see why. So what needs to happen here is, oops, is this needs to be a... So, oh wait a second, if these are going to be side by side, hang on. Let's just make a space in between each. But this will let us grab from the thing itself, but this is going to need coal. So this is a coal line.
Brewed with no corn syrup.
Francis with the rebound. Fantastic news, Ken. Glad he's doing. Yeah, it's always nice to put themselves back out there. Get back into the dating scene. We've all been done. But you can't give up on Ken. Don't give up on love, Francis!
So from here,
Just okay is not okay. Whether it's announcers.
here I think we have to do this because we won't be able to fit anything. So these all have to be spaced like this.
For years, I've trained dogs for the Marines. Like me, some of these dogs have seen many tours of duty. And for the past 15 years, I've been a Navy federal member. Thanks to their fast approval process, when it came time to buy a new car, got everything we needed and for my wife's little bundle of joy. Boy, just adorable.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
What's the difference between good? Good treats you like a customer. Great treats you like a friend. From saving your haircut details and clip ins to saving you time. Second, Great Clips makes your life easier. Specific friendship. Great Clips. Be great.
Here's a look at the progressive first half game summary. And the 3 ball. 7 of the 10 made field goals for the top seed. Still the second chance. Ricky McGill has orders. Carolina's got points from 6 different clubs at this point. Carolina has the ball in a tie game. Number 8. This is something they should barrage. The Gales, they really want to play back. They like the pace. Carolina, they just don't get really back. Carolina, but this is managed down last. He gets. Think about the trouble. Doesn't matter. They were really good. You're going to have to change the game. Just become a basketball team and adjust on the fly. My opponent's going to have to pick and choose their spots when to speed it up. Ricky McGill. 15.
Well, this is going great for North Carolina. They're in a lot of trouble. They very much have their hands full right now. And Iona just keeps going down court. Oh, they're in a heap of trouble right now.
Just points. One of their best scorers averages nearly 18 a game. Perez with the rebound. So nine. Biggest lead. Advantage with a 16 seed. Bonds beat 11 to last. UNBC. Virginia. Girls down with the door down for all the seed. In my opinion, that one from left to a strong game. You need that. You finish strongest forward. Simply for the forward. Excellent. Keep it on. Here's Johnson. The bigger side.
You guys want to get Subway? Dude, Subway has delivery. Ooh. So, enjoying your first anti double tournament? No. They only charge you how easy.
We are actually out of those. That's a problem.
Yes. Shoot this for me. Shoot this for me. Okay. No, I'm not. I think you do the hand. You forgot. Partner prevents delaying merchant. Discover the new level. Marriott Fun. 30 hotel brands and experiences, rewards, and action. Do your thing. Sweet. Find your inspiration. Be extraordinary. Spread your way. Here's the mark. Last time. You all. You're not getting the score you deserve. Now you can raise your credit scores instantly. Only with Experian Boost. Free at Experian.com/boost. Fun.
Oops, I didn't mean to type that.
A reminder, you can watch every game live on your phone, tablet, computer, favorite streaming device. Live. EA.com. March Madness without the app today. North Carolina.
Oh, this isn't even done. This isn't even done yet.
6 of their last 7. 6-point Iona lead. Back. Iona's made 8 of their last 9 shots. In 9 of 3. Right now. North Carolina. The ball will be continued.
Those ready to take on
I need to go find more belt.
And ready to play with Hot Instant Nashville. Introducing the new Zaxville Hot Play Sandwich. For a limited time, only at Zaxby's. Don't miss.
Planes capture CO2.
Okay, so we need power lines somehow. Where are there even trees?
All right, sir, let's begin. And that's your goes.
What about the shoulders?
What about them? Easy. We're finished. Trust me. It's finished. What if tailors were like most financial advisors? Sort of. We need a plan. We look at your entire financial picture to create a comprehensive plan for you. Call 866 Creative to learn more.
Metrics that challenge you to challenge yourself. Just one part, the machine that is now. That's all.
Hey Siri, show me the NCAA tournament schedule.
3:13 remaining in the first half. AT&T the half is away shortly. Scores the highlight. Latest tournament news. It's all coming. AT&T.
Oh, this blueprint sucked because you can't see that these are actually ghosts. Gotta redo our design. Somehow this doesn't have power. Somehow I now have a lamp. All of them are now running, so... Okay, now they're all running. Let's remake the blueprint.
The rebound, gives it up. The three.
Oh, steel, here we go. Time to get me some steel. I need box to put it in.
Into the neck. Here comes Kobe White. On the move. Got you. On the wing. Jay down low. Johnson. Inside the bag. A good position.
He's going to figure it out. He's going to find anything. Wants to make sure that he extends their run. Impossible. Asante. Gary Crawford.
The second game. He's been a lot of look. Inside as well. Here's Guest. He's open for three.
This is going real bad for North Carolina. They're about to give up more than 40 points in the first half, which is not something they usually do. Kid's hot. He's got like 6 3-pointers.
Offensively, he has a winner. You better watch out for him. Again, he, Crawford, McGill, guys can let it fly.
Brandon Robinson in. Minute 12 remaining in the half. Here today, 16.
What is this game? Why do I think I know this game? Yes. Yes.
The lead of the minutes to go in this first half. About this, Chris. 16 seeds never led game to the same day.
That's the fact that I figured was the truth. 2 16 seeds have not on the same day gone to halftime with the lead. That's never happened before.
When you guard play, you're going to see the great shot. When you have great guard play, you Because you have ball hands that can clear shot in 10 seconds, or maybe you can get the one that's done. Here's Kate's team shot. And Leaky Black with the ball. Leaky Black. Freshman. It over. Take over.
Question is, can we still order delivery at this hour? Is it possible? Can I order delivery? Will they still deliver?
You can tell him or Coach Huggins that I don't think they're going to stop.
Does delivery still happen? Could it? Who knows? We're about to find out. I can still get delivery. Well, history made. Both teams at the half.
They've got a lead at the half against North. The dominant to the max. The lights out here in Columbus. They made 3 in the first half. They went 10 for 20. But 4 of their made baskets. Because the precedent's been set. It shows some coaching. Get your team step up, take the season, deal with some adversity. So you're stumbling into the conference tournament, yet he elevates performance and makes some adjustments. Their defense was out in those 3 games in the Big 12, just stifling the opponents from overall field goal percentage in general, maybe most impressive, but they weren't as a result of the conference tournament. So discipline as well as aggressiveness. Good question. How do you do that when you don't have practice as much late in the season? So how do you those adjustments? You're right. You're not get much better. Barnes, so to speak, or legendary coach once said, get your mind right. So long, the game is meant for quarters of the game. Because you don't practice to get better physically. Yeah, I came up short on it. Figured out it's true. In Washington, Ohio State tend to shoot that in Russell. Through a double team. What is interesting, this is one of the rules. When it came up, once he's on the ground, they right here and hold there too. And because now he can't come down, they're going to call it. I'm glad they didn't review it. I'm glad they didn't review it. Wasn't a either way, it was a foul. There's actually 3 after the difficult for Wesson to get those catches. Quarter, double, those deep post catches. Too easy. First down with a cut. You got tripped a little bit. Berkeley by